Okay, we're on Nedarim Perek Tet, Mishnah Aleph, first Mishnah in the 9th chapter of Nedarim. And for this Perek of Mishnah, we turn our attention to a new topic. This new topic is called Hatarat Nedarim. Hatarat Nedarim. Hatarat Nedarim means the hatir, to undo, to permit a person who took a Nedarim to not violate his neder, to undo his neder. And in order to undo his neder, what you have to do, you go to a chacham, and the chacham will ask you, well, when you took the neder, did you realize? He's looking for a petach, he's looking for an opening, which includes what's called charata, okay, a sense of remorse. That he's looking for an opening to say, well, when you took the neder, did you realize that you would be upsetting ABC? Did you realize that you would be affecting in this way? And when a person says, no, I didn't know that it would have such an effect, then you can say, well, then we'll be able to undo, we'll be matir your neder, we'll be able to permit your neder. Okay, so the question is, what kind of reason or excuse is considered a valid petach? Says the Mishnah, Rabbi Eliezer Omer, Rabbi Eliezer says, potchim adam bichvod aviv ve'imo. So you can poteach, you can look for a petach, you can look for an opening with the honor of his father and mother. V'chachamim osrim. Chachamim say it's permitted. So he says, Kagon sheyomru lo, they say to him, Ilu ayita yodea sheyamu ha'olam la'abicha le'imo. The people, if you would know that the world will go to your mother and father and say, look at your children. Kama binchem kalben nedarim. He's an oather. He's a person who takes ridiculous oaths. And it turns out that you're cheapening their honor. Would you have taken the neder if you would have known how this would have affected your poor mother? And say, no, I wouldn't. Okay, mutar lach. So the Chachamim say, you can't do that. Why? Because the Chachamim say, who's gonna lie? Who's gonna lie and say, no, I don't care about my parents. That's what the Bartinura says. Maybe he's gonna like you. He's embarrassed to say that, yeah, I didn't really care about that. No, my mother, of course I cared. Meaning he's gonna lie. If he lies, he's gonna say, you know what? Of course I feel terrible about my mother. And he didn't care about his mother, he's gonna lie. And therefore, without charata, without remorse. So let's go back to the Bartinura a second. Okay? And it's talking about a case where he doesn't have charata, mitcharet, this idea of remorse. Dekai malan, because we learn, potchim becharata. You have to look for a petach, this opening with remorse. You don't have to wait for the guy to come and say, I feel really terrible. Rather, the chacham will say to him, are you upset? Do you remorse? Do you feel regret? And so therefore, Rabbi Eliezer says, okay, start with his mother and father. Maybe he'll feel bad because it affects them. Chachamim say, no, it probably doesn't, and he'll lie. Amar Rabbi Tzadok says to Rabbi Eliezer, forget mother and father until you talk about his mother and father. Yiftechula b'chvod hamakom. Ask, did you, part of kavod hamakom, ask God, did you realize how God would be upset at you, in the fact that you're just taking the darim, and imkain ein the darim. And if that's true, then there's no such thing as an neder, because a person could always say, oh yes, I know God is mad at me, I feel bad, I didn't realize. Okay, and the Chachamim interestingly say no. They agree about kavod hamakom, a person will always lie. Who's going to say no, I really don't care what God thinks? Whereas they don't think that a person would lie about his parents. I'm sorry, Rabbi Eliezer agrees and says about Rabbi Tzadok, about God. Yeah, you're right. But Rabbi Eliezer doesn't agree with the Chachamim, he doesn't think that people will lie about their parents. He thinks that if they're upset about their parents, and they'll say the truth. And if they're not, they'll say, no, that really wasn't one of I don't really care about that. Okay. Umodim chachamim l'Rabbi Eliezer b'davar shebeino lebein aviv v'imo. Chachamim agree about a matter between parents and children. If the child takes a neder, I'm never going to benefit from my parents, or I don't want my parents to come to my graduation. Something that's between them, shepotchim lo b'chavod aviv v'imo. So then you could say, did you realize how it would affect your parents, how upset they would be? You took this neder. And if he says, no, I didn't really realize how much it would affect them, then he can be matir the neder based on that petach. Stop here, as we always do, dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Harav, Simcha, ben Yitzchak, Kalman. There we are. Have a good day.